Hi folks, if you've been to my channel before, then you know that my hobby efforts are sort of focused on two things: painting miniature figures, generally Great War soldiers and pilots, and assembling aircraft, military aircraft. Again, generally aircraft from the First World War. Which do I like better? Well, the painting of miniatures is certainly more relaxing in the scheme of things. I think I've got the process down. I don't have as many frustrations. Generally speaking, if I start a project, whether it's one or two or even more figures on day one, by day 3 or 4, the project will be done. Assembly is usually quite simple, whether it's resin or plastic figures, just a few pieces generally, then priming and starting the painting process with acrylic paints and sometimes some oil washes and shading. But that's how it goes. These two figures, two RNAS pilots, doing a briefing or looking at a map before they depart on a mission. If I started it on a Monday, I don't remember what day of the week I did start this project, I probably had it done by Tuesday afternoon. That's only because I needed really to take a break. Probably a couple of hours of time, and almost all of that devoted to brush painting, of course. Now, with respect to assembling Great War aircraft, I do them in all scales: 1/72nd, 1/48th, but more recently, in the past year and a half or so, 1/32nd, and most of those are wings. And that process is a whole lot more complicated, especially when I get to the rigging, which you can see I've been working on here on this Rumpler C4, and I have pretty much finished the right wing, up and bottom, top and bottom, and now I'm set to go on the other side. And after that, I'll just have a few more lines to attach back in the tail and the undercarriage. But you'll notice I've got all these little strips of masking tape here holding down rigging line, which is attached to the wing's contact point, either top or bottom already. Why? Because I've learned from experience, if I don't tape up or get those out of the way, and they can move a lot while you're doing something else, there's a high degree of probability that I will end up gluing them or getting some cement on them when I don't want to. And then all hell is to pay. Well, actually, you probably have to pull the line out and start all over again. So better to be prepared, and I've learned to move them out of the way. And the first step here now on this side will be attaching the two lines that start up there under the top wing and crisscross over from the cabane struts over down to these, let's see if we can get it focused here, the turnbuckles slanting that way back towards the cabane struts. Work from the inside out. Then I will trim them. Of course, I'm going to wait an inordinate amount of time for the cement to dry, just because I've learned that it doesn't always dry as quickly as one thinks it will. And I don't want any accidents, unintended consequences. Then remove a couple more strips, start moving back from the top of this first set of struts back over contact point there. Contact point there. And then I finished the first section, the first bay. Well, no, not quite, because I have to put the cross bracing lines in across the struts. And I learned, and wasn't surprised from experience, that is really fiddly. They don't offer the same level of just cinching stuff up, not the way I set this up. So I know that's going to be a little bit frustrating. My goal will be to get the line cinched up across both ways here in the first bay and then the cross bracing here. And if that doesn't go badly or make me want to tear what's left of my hair out, then I will go over and do this one. Might as well, if things are going well. And I'll probably save putting in the cross bracing or the cross lines here, anchor point down to turnbuckles there and there. I sure hope this focus is working. And then I'll be done. Likelihood that I'll get this done today in terms of rigging? Nil. Basically, the elapsed time, providing I'm not losing little pieces of brass tube or misplacing things per contact point, is only 3, 4, 5 minutes. And if it's a bit more fiddly, maybe 10. So multiply 10 by 12, 120 minutes, but really divide that in half. Talking about an hour's worth of work. There's no way I can do it in an hour though, because I need to stop me from having a nervous breakdown, take pauses in between. And that's the way it goes. So, yes, I love building these World War I planes, and I think it's all worth it in the end. And I really don't mind this, but I can't say that even though I know the process and it's pretty formulistic, rigging provides the same level of just general relaxation that painting miniatures does. So be it. I'm going to continue. I've still got a lot more Great War planes in the stash. Got to be built sometime. I don't intend for my models to be collecting dust in boxes, unless, of course, they're very, very large German U-boats. Thanks for watching.